Good evening, everyone, and welcome inside the Flair Airlines hangar here at the Edmonton Expo Center. Day 4 of the Men's NORCECA Final 6 2023 is coming to a close, but not before we have got this massive matchup. 3-0 Canada, 3-0 United States on a Friday night. Where else do you want to be right here on Volleyball Canada's YouTube page and CBC Sports? The winner of this game will book their ticket into the gold medal match on Sunday. The loser will still have a little bit of work to do on the final day of the round robin tomorrow before they can clinch their spot in Sunday's final. This was the one that both of these teams had circled on their calendar prior to the event going in. They knew this was going to be the one that really showed them where exactly they were in these tournament standings. Canada and the United States coming up in just a moment. First things, we'll go to our in-house announcer Bianca for the pregame introductions. First serve coming up shortly. Stay with us. So there you go, your starting lineups for Canada and the United States. Canada on your left, white tops, black shorts. The libero, Darian Picklick, will be in the all-black outfit. The United States on your right in the all-blue. Their libero is Mason Briggs, number 21. He's got the white jersey with the blue shorts. Winner going to the final on Sunday, Canada, the United States, right here in Edmonton in the men's NORCECA Final 6. Glad you could join us here on CBC Sports. My name is Grayson Knudsen. Hope you're having a fantastic Friday evening. It's about to get a little bit better, I think, watching this one. This one is going to be a lot of fun. In the beginning, server for the match, Andrew Rowan, the setter for the United States. Just 20 years old, but boy, has he had a wonderful tournament for the U.S. First attack, Isaac Hesslinger off the block, out of bounds. Canada on the board first. It's 1-0. First set from Jonathan Portloss going out to the captain. You can see the middle blocker, Matthew Knigge, just a little bit late getting over. Portloss to serve now. Shoot set for Knigge. Really well done by the United States. Rowan showing off some of his setting prowess here. Look at this one. Right into Knigge's wheelhouse, who was already in his windup when the ball was still in Rowan's hands. Portloss, Chris Byam off the block, out of bounds. Another point for Canada, utilizing the American block. Another look at that one from Byam, just off the edge of the block, a little bit of room down the line. Isaac Hesslinger now serving for Canada. Puts it into the net. That's one thing that Canada will look to clean up, is some of their serving. Had a couple of issues with it throughout the tournament, just inconsistencies in that aspect of their game. Matthew Knigge now back at the service line for the United States. Deep float serve that goes long, so error for error here. Canada up 3-2 early on in this opening set. James Vincent now for the Canadians. His first serve of the match. It's an over bump. Byam got a swing down against a triple block. Not a lot of room there for Chris Byam, and he was able to squeeze it through here as we take another look. Vincent ready to serve again here. Camden Gianni off hands, and it's going to go out of bounds. Point for the United States, pardon me. Camden Gianni back at the service line. One of the top scorers in this event came in action today, tied for fourth in points. Again, points in the tournament are all aspects. That's kills, blocks, and aces. This one, though, goes into the net. Chris Byam back at the service line for Canada. He was huge yesterday for the Canadians in their win over Cuba. Big block, Liam Christensen shut down that back row attack. Tried to go with Camden Gianni out of the back, the Americans. They'll do that for sure. Look for Jordan Ewart as well as a back row option for Rowan. Champlin, little recycle chance. Gianni again, and he's rejected once more. Liam Christensen, Caden Schmidt forming the wall. Back-to-back huge blocks for these Canadian players up front. Canada off to a great start, 7-3 up. Byam serve goes into the net. Both teams have committed 2 service errors now. Ethan Champlin for the United States. Good pickup by Picklick. Byam out of the back, just a roll shot. Ewart. Byam got there with a pancake. Well, now the whistle blows. And the head referee has said that that did hit the floor. Yamil Gomez from Puerto Rico is our head official. There was no indication from the down official. Point United States here. Champlin another serve. Schmidt rejected. Patrick Gassman with the stuff for the United States. The captain for Team USA with a massive block here. Schmidt trying to go cross court. No way through that time. Champlin could run a serve here for the Americans. They've scored 3 straight. Fortunately, that run will come to an end. This match may simply come down to which side plays cleaner, commits fewer errors. Have been the class of the event so far, both these teams. I would give a slight edge perhaps to the United States. That one just long. The Americans moving their arms out of the way at the last second and just hoping that that was going to float out the back, and it did. Oh, not by much though. That was close. Gassman to serve now. Middle attack, and it's Christensen. He's had a couple big blocks, and now he's got a huge kill out of the middle for Team Canada. Liam Christensen, the Oak River, Manitoba product, back at the service line. It's a mishit from Christensen. Maybe a little bit too fired up after that big kill. It's tough to get the heart rate to come down and execute a serve after a huge play like that. Both teams already with 3 service errors. Great pass by Schmidt. Back row by him, and he puts it away. Chris Byam started the last game, and man, he was good. Led Canadians and I guess all players in the match in scoring. Now Jonathan Portlas. Ewart, it's blocked, but it's going to go way out the back. The Americans getting that point. Might have been knocked off the noggin of one of the blockers there. We'll take another look. Ewart back at the service line. Like his teammate Gianni, one of the top scorers in this event. Fortunately, that one is an error. Freebie for the Canadians. Isaac Hesslinga, Orangeville, Ontario. Captain of this Canadian squad at the final 6. Back row, Ewart, holy smokes! Hammered it out of the pipe. Good run from the United States, establishing the pipe for the first time in this match. Matthew Knigge, the 27-year-old middle blocker, plays professionally in Spain. Portlas, one-handed set by him, will dunk it down. Dan Lewis is fired up about that one on the Canadian sideline, their head coach. Portlas did so well to back set that with just one hand and keep it clean. Here's Vincent. Sends it long. You see Dan Lewis on the sideline just reminding him, hey, you gotta finish that. You gotta snap the wrist to make sure it does come down at the end. Here's Camden Gianni now for the United States. Byam, through hands and down. Chris Byam off to another good start here, leading all scorers with 5 points so far. Now he'll head back to the service line out of Bow Island, Alberta. Champlin down the line, but out. Oh, it was an impressive spike, but it doesn't count if it doesn't land in, unfortunately. Just a little bit of room down the line, but couldn't keep it in play as Byam serves up once more. A shade long. Eagle eyes from these Americans at the back. These are some close serves they're leaving and letting go out for free points. Ethan Champlin off the tape to slow it down. Hesslinga out of the back. That one is ricocheted well out of play. Isaac Hesslinga, we know he loves to attack from anywhere on the floor. Made a good first pass. The center Portland gave it right back to him. 15-12, Canada in front. Here's Caden Schmidt. Change up. Good dig by Briggs. Hammered by Gassman. Oh, it's brilliant from the United States. Briggs had to get down to get that change-up serve, and he made a perfect pass. Gassman finished it off with power. Now the American captain back at the line. Trouble for Canada here. Free ball opportunity for the Americans. Ewart, tip. What a dig by Picklick. Hesslinga is stuffed though. Kanigi with the rejection. Darian Picklick, I don't know how he got there, came flying in, kept that alive. (15-14). Here's Gassman again. High one for Portland. Joust at the net. Here come the Americans. Ewart tips it over. Perfect spot. 15 apiece. The Americans have scored 3 in a row. Another look at that. As Ewart looked like he was going up with the full force of the swing and readjusted at the last second. Big time serve by Gassman. Perfect pass, Hesslinga, and he's able to put it away. Sometimes that's the best option. The man who gives you a great pass, give it right back to him. He's in rhythm and feeling it. Christensen serve into the net. Another service error here. That's now 6 by Team Canada. The Americans have committed 4. Andrew Rowan serving. Trouble for Canada. Hessling, a great spot, and a nice trouble ball set from Chris Byam. Byam puts it up nice and high. Hesslinga over the block with enough speed to make sure that he was going to stay in play, and he went deep. Jonathan Portlance out of Sherbrooke, Quebec. Ace serve! Portlance finds the sideline. That serve slicing away, but stayed in play. Timeout, USA. Andy Reid, their head coach, wants to talk things over. Canada up by 2. Volleyball Canada would like to thank its partners, the Government of Canada, the Government of Alberta, and Explore Edmonton for making this event possible. The United States have yet to drop a set at this event. They won yesterday 3-0 over Puerto Rico, and after the match, Cam DeGianni said their whole mentality for this tournament is to get 1% better every single day and build up towards Sunday. He also gave his head coach, Andy Reid, some Love saying that they do a great job at getting them prepared for what they're going to see on the other side of the net so they can go into the match with a good game plan. The Americans have a nice mix of youth and veteran leadership on this squad. Jonathan Porlance ready to serve up here and get us back underway out of this timeout. Ewart down the line. Picklick just didn't get it up high enough. In a good spot. Jordan Ewart, the American number 4, has had a great tournament so far. He plays professionally over in Germany. 26 years old. Byam off the fingertips, picked up by Briggs. Back row Ewart. I'm not sure if Vincent blocked it or if it just went straight into the net. Either way, Canada gets that point. This angle might give us a better look at it. I think it's just into that. Canada up by a couple as Isaac Hesslinga is at the line. Champlin, partially blocked. Porlance, Schmidt, rejected! Carnegie and Gianni forming a wall on the right-hand side for the United States. Another look at that. Just kept it in play. The Americans are making a substitution here. Carnegie is coming out. Merrick McHenry, the 22-year-old, will come into the match. One of 5 UCLA Bruins on this team. Seen a little bit of McHenry throughout this event. Got some extended run the other night, and unfortunately for him, this serve is going to go out the back. And they'll make that substitution back, the Americans, well, with Carnegie coming back in for McHenry, and then he gives way for the libero Briggs. As James Vincent gets ready to serve, the Calgary, Alberta product. 3 Calgary natives on this Canadian team. Champlin blocked. Another chance for the Americans. Gassman, but it's out of bounds. Just didn't quite hit it cleanly. Caught it off the edge of the hand, and that was what sent it askew out the side. Canada's lead is now 3. We're getting late in this opening set. Nice crowd on hand here at the Flair Airlines hangar on a Friday night. You're enjoying this one so far. Gianni just softly played it over. It's a good spot. Again, sometimes it's not about how hard you hit it, it's about where you put it. Now Gianni back at the service line. Grand Canyon University. Quick attack, Christensen! He and Portlance are clicking here. Liam Christensen's come up with some big points in this first set for Canada. Gassman a little late going up with him. Chris Byam serving. Gassman trying to give it right back, it's still alive. Hesslinga, I think, got a little excited there and sent it out the back. Good idea to try to get a swing on this at least. Against a team as good as the Americans, you don't want to give them free balls. So come back at you 100 miles an hour. Schmidt with a tip. Great play by Gianni. Ewart roll shot. Schmidt will play it over free. Here come the Americans. Gianni! That's wide, no touch. 23-20, Canada in front. Rowan had all sorts of options, went to the back for Gianni. Just not quite able to keep it inside the court. Here's Caden Schmidt, Mississauga, Ontario. Ewart. Was there a touch? Yes, there was. Just off the fingertips. Point for the United States. They need a couple, though, on their serve to get even here. And they've got the cannon of Patrick Gassman ready to unload. Took something off that one to make sure it stayed in. Byam blocked out of bounds. Point Canada. Set point now for the Canadians. Serve sub for Canada. They're going to bring in Isaiah Mamer to serve for Liam Christensen. Just waiting for this sub to be made. Mamer out of Wilkie, Saskatchewan. Came in yesterday as a serve sub. 24-21, Canada looking to close out this first set. Mamer puts it into the net though. So the United States will stay alive for now. Christensen comes back in for Mamer, and then he will step out for the libero Picklet. United States will look to Andrew Rowan here, another UCLA Bruin. And a service error gives the set to Canada, 25-22. A good start to the Canadians, gave them an early lead, and they were able to maintain that 3-point gap for the majority of that opening set. We'll see how the Americans respond when we come back for set 2 at the 2023 Men's NORCECA Final 6 right here in Edmonton on CBC Sports. Stay with us. Back inside the Flair Airlines hangar at the Edmonton Expo Center in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Day 4 of the men's 2023 NORCECA Final 6. Canada and the United States. Canada up 1-0 after a 25-22 victory in the opener. Canada with 12 attack points to 10 for the United States. Both teams with 3 block points. Canada had 1 ace, the Americans 0. Canada, though, committed 8 service errors, 6 for the Americans. Top scorers, both with 6 points, Chris Byam for the Canadians and Jordan Ewart for the United States. Hope you're having a fantastic Friday evening. My name is Grayson Knutson. Glad you could tune in, whether you're watching on Volleyball Canada's YouTube page or on CBC Sports. Ewart gets things started for the Americans in this second set with the opening point off the block and out of bounds. Two teams look the same as the starting lineups that we saw earlier on. Hessling tip, Gianni read it well. Knigge pokes it over. Picklick, only one real option there in Hesslinga. Ewart, back row down the line, Picklick the dig. Long rally here. Champlin, good by Schmidt. Byam pushing it over. Champlin, kept alive by Schmidt with the chest. Hesslinga, blocked! The U.S. win a long rally. That's one of those momentum turners for the Americans. Great scrambling play from both teams on that point. Little dump there, gets over and down for the Canadians. They're on the board here in the second set after a quick start from Team USA. Dunked down by Vincent. Now Byam, right at Briggs. Back row, Ewart got it down off Vincent, point USA. Jordan Ewart, long service run here to begin this set, and maybe the legs getting a little heavy. Isaac Hesslinga serving. Champlin, nice swing, Ethan Champlin. Americans off to a great start in set number 2. 5-1 they lead. Cross-court angle opened right up for number 25. Here's Matthew Knigge for the Americans. Back row, Byam is blocked. Schmidt off hands. Champlin right at Hesslinga on the back line. Now Hesslinga out of the back, didn't get over. Set maybe a hair low, but the Americans are really making an impact with their blocking here in this second set. Lots of rejections, lots of touches to slow things up. Timeout, Dan Lewis and Team Canada as the U.S. leads 6-1 here in this second set. Volleyball Canada would like to thank some of their major sponsors, including Mizuno, Mikasa, and Volleyball Stuff. Canada at 3-0 here in this event. Yesterday, they were able to pick up a 4 sets victory over Cuba. Afterwards, head coach Dan Lewis said at the start of the match, they were making just too many mistakes. They cleaned it up a little bit as the night went on, and he gave a lot of credit to Chris Byam and also to Jonathan Portlands. He said the setter was excellent and Byam was very physical, and credited the team's mental focus during that match. Matthew Knigge to get us back underway out of that timeout. Byam off hands. Gianni's there. That's an overset from Rowan. I'm honestly now trying to think of if Andrew Rowan has made a mistake like that in this tournament. I don't think he has. He's been so good for the United States. James Vincent, the UBC Thunderbird. Gassman blocked, but it goes out of bounds. Blocker's just a little bit slow to get up and meet Gassman at the top. See, it caught the block as they were still going up. Cam to Gianni. Schmidt throws it deep. Trouble ball out to Champlin. Schmidt, three in the wall, no way through. Huge rejection by the United States. Canada's gonna make a substitution here. Schmidt is gonna come out. Jacob Sargent will come in. Jacob Sargent, the Lethbridge, Alberta product, into the match. Started the first two for Canada, didn't see any action, or didn't see much action, I should say, yesterday. That one skipped off the tape. Christensen, high set, breaks flying in. Champlin, it's out, but it's off the block. Point USA. They are flying in this second set. 9-2, the advantage. More substitutions for Dan Lewis and Team Canada. Corey Schoenherr is coming in for Liam Christensen. Schoenherr out of Waterloo, Ontario. He was huge in that second Canadian game, their win against the Dominican Republic on Wednesday. See if he can make an impact off the bench here today. Canada, still plenty of time in this set, but it's a big hole they've dug themselves. Back set for Byam, and he's stuffed too. The American block coming up huge. Another look at that. Wound up just being a solo block on the outside there from Champlin. The US now up to 5 points on their block. Sargent, his first touch. Guess what? It's block two. A block party on the United States side. 11-2. Gaspin able to hang in the air there. Cam DeGianni still serving for the US. That one out the back. Service error number 8 on the match for the United States. That equals Canada's total. Here's Chris Byam. Rowan tried to battle it at the net. USA somehow hit that over. Schoenherr! Welcome to the match, Corey Schoenherr. Took advantage of that free ball opportunity to run something quick in the middle. Byam serve, more on that one, over bump. Schoenherr, it's blocked. Point USA, double contact called against Schoenherr. Here's another look at it. It hit him right off the block and then he tried to punch it up. Dan Lewis arguing that the first contact could be considered a block touch, which isn't one of the 3 contacts you're allowed, but the referee saw it differently. Setter dump from Port Lance. Briggs read it nicely. Gianni from the back. Another free ball chance for the Americans. Gassman! Right down Broadway. 13-4. All the United States in set number 2. Ethan Champlin, the server. Just 21 years old. Sargent got that one down off the block, point Canada. Sargent going back to the service line. Gassman off the block, out of bounds, another point for the Americans. Maintaining that 9-point gap they've established. Patrick Gassman back at the line, 26-year-old, plays professionally in France. Back row Byam off fingertips. The Americans are picking up everything right now. Hessling a three in the wall, couldn't muscle it through. Ewart tips it, and I think it's going to be called as a carry. The ball just sat in the palm of the hand there of Ewart, a fraction of a second too long for the referee's liking. Here's Schoener back at the service line. In the middle, Carnegie! Had the float shoes on that time to hang in the air. (15-6), United States in front. Rowan, the server, sends it out the back. Jonathan Portlance, a member of that Pan American Cup winning team, the Senior Pan Am Cup from earlier this summer. There's a block, but it goes out of bounds. Ewart picking up another point for the United States. Great back set from Rowan to get it all the way out there too. Ewart the serve. Byam, that one too much on it, flies out the back. The United States now up by double digits here. I think they're a little bit upset about losing for the first time a set in this year's Final Six. The Americans coming back with a vengeance here in set two. Rowan, Carnegie just wide. That was a great get by Ewart. And look, he put it in a perfect spot for his setter to still run a middle quick. Isaac Hesslinga, University of Alberta Golden Bear. There's a quick attack on the outside this time for Champlin. Don't often see the quicks on the outside, but he was able to get it right through the seam and the blockers. Here's Carnegie. And Sargent can't handle it. Ace for Matthew Carnegie. Dan Lewis is going to take his second time out of this second set. 19-8 is the lead for the United States. Big thank you to Volleyball Alberta for organizing volunteers for this event. For more information, check out volleyballalberta.ca. And you can see some of those volunteers in your foreground in the yellow shirts. They're helping to grab any loose balls and also to clean up moisture on the floor. Of course, there's a whole whack of people working behind the scenes as well. And a big thank you to them for all of their hard work. Because without volunteers, we don't have an event. The Americans 7 points now on their blocks. 21-14, they're outscoring Canada on the attack as well. Matthew Knigge will get us going out of this timeout. Portland's quick for Vincent, but Gassman said, "Not today, son." Big solo block from the big American captain, patrolling the middle. Knigge with another serve. Vincent got that one through, but the Americans pick it up. Champlin hammers it down the line. The Americans unrelenting in set number 2. They were able to hold the Dominican Republic to just 9 points in a set earlier in the tournament. Canada on 8 right now as the Americans get closer to closing out what's going to be a huge second set victory. Second chance here for Canada. Byam, not a lot on it. Champlin, I don't know how he kept that in. This one, Byam off the block and well out the back. Champlin using the offhand and somehow finding an angle to keep it in play. That was impressive. Here's Vincent. Back to Champlin. Goodness gracious. That thing was crushed right down the line. Right before the attack line. That's a huge kill for Ethan Champlin. Here's Camden Gianni to serve for the Americans. Puts it into the net. Both teams serving a lot cleaner here in this second set. Substitution for Team Canada, Mason Greaves will come in for Chris Byam. He will do the serving. And we're gonna see Reeves Gingera as well come in. He'll take over for Portland's. So Greaves will set for the back. Gingera will join the attack up front. Seen these two play at the same time on the floor a lot of the time, both from Calgary, both go to UBC as well. And this is kept alive. The Americans just kick it over. Sargent blocked. Gingera first touch and he puts it away. Substitutes coming in and making an impact. Making things interesting for Coach Dan Lewis when he goes to make his lineup for the third set. 22-11, Canada would need some sort of run here. And the Americans, again, just somehow scramble it over. Gingera, that's gonna go too! Another look at that. Well, kind of wrapped it around the block that time. Andy Reid says that's enough momentum for Team Canada. Let's slow this down. 22-12 is the score as he takes a timeout. Volleyball Canada would like to thank its partners, the Government of Canada, the Government of Alberta, and Explore Edmonton for helping to make this event possible. Biggest crowd of the event so far here at the Men's NORCECA Final 6. Flair Airlines hangar at the Edmonton Expo Center. Here's the Americans just kicking the ball over the net. Team's back on the floor here. Still Mason Greaves, the server. Rowan, Gassman, got it to go again. Looked like again it was just too quick for the Canadians to catch up to. 23-12 for the United States. Ethan Champlin, the server. That's an error. Jacob Sargent back to serve. Another U of A Golden Bear. Rowan, back row Gianni, it was wide open for him, and he found the line. Nice run by the United States, brings up set point. Nobody thought Gianni was gonna hit that one, except he and his setter Andrew Rowan. Gassman puts it into the net. Back-to-back service errors for the United States, but they've got a couple of points to play with here, still up by 10, and on set point. Corey Schoener now. Back row, Champlin. Net touch called against Canada, and that's going to do it for set number 2. A huge response from the United States as they win it 25-14. So this match is now a best of 3 to find out who will advance directly to Sunday's gold medal game. We'll bring you the third set in just a couple of moments when we return to the 2023 Men's NORCECA Final 6 in Edmonton, right here on CBC Sports. Back inside the Flair Airlines hangar here at the Edmonton Expo Center. Set 3 just ahead between the Americans and the Canadians. Hope you're having a great Friday. My name is Grayson Knutson. The Americans, 25-14 winners, in that second set, evening up the match at 1. Canada will start with some changes here. Gingera, Greaves, Sargent, all staying on the floor. I believe Schoenherr as well, but he's out for the libero at the moment. Picklick saved it, but sends it into the crowd, and the Americans will get the first point of set number 3. Another block from Team USA as we go through the stats through 2 sets. The Americans 26-17 on attack points, 8-3 on the block, both teams with an ace. And that one's out of bounds. Point Team USA. Isaac Hesslinga going over and claiming that the one linesman made the indication that the ball was touched. Never mind. I think they were asking for a replay on that one, but I don't think we have that technology here. As Canada gets on the board here thanks to a service error from the US. That's their 13th of the match now. Canada served a lot cleaner in that second set. Of course, they didn't serve as often as the Americans did. And there's an error right back from Sargent. Leading scorers so far are all Americans. It's Ewert and Gassman with 9 points apiece to lead the way. Chris Byam is still the top scorer for Canada. Greaves, Hesslinga off fingertips, and it will drop ever so gently right behind the blockers. One more look here. Just off the fingertips, took all the momentum out of it. Vincent serving. Back row. Or pardon me, that was Gianni. Gingera, hard off hands, kept alive by Briggs, but nobody went to take second contact. Reeve Gingera's come into this match and made a nice impact for Team Canada. Been set to serve once again. Long run for Rowan. Gianni softly over. Gingera, little roll shot. Gianni, 3 in the wall, and he put it over top, and Greaves couldn't handle it. Another look at it here. Rowan really with only one option. Canada read it, but couldn't come up with it. Gianni now the server for the United States. Gingera, what a rejection by Gassman. Huge tough block from the American captain. Camden Gianni once more. He'll turn 24 in November. Overpump Gassman right at Darian Picklick. Hesslinga battling at the net, and a net touch called against the United States. Gassman puts his hand up and says, yep, that was my bad, guys. I'll get the next one. You see there, he caught it on the way down as he and Hesslinga both had hands on the ball. Gingera to serve. Rowan, one-handed set. Here come Canada now. Hesslinga Partial block, Rowan still alive. Great scramble again from the United States. They've done that a number of times here. Hesslinga, slam dunk. Just throws it straight down, Isaac Hesslinga. Quick serve there from Champlin, trying to catch Canada off guard. Hesslinga tips another one. Briggs is incensed. He was convinced that he had got that. And from here, it certainly looked like he had. Geez, I think he got that up. I think it's a missed call. Either way, we keep going. 6-5 USA in front. Hesslinga. Ewart coming in, blocked, and it hit him in the head and came back on the Canadian side. Sargent softly over the net, clipped the tape and took it out of bounds. Point for USA. They're up 7-5 in this third set. Well, it's been entertaining, if nothing else, this game. Here's Gassman now. Greaves looking for Sargent. Good readjustment with the left hand just to keep it alive. Sargent again. He tried to throw it down with the left, or sorry, with the right, but it's into the net. He's on the left side. Maybe just the set a little bit high. Patrick Gassman puts it into the net. Corey Schoenherr, Trinity Western University, the defending National University champions, back at the service line. Knigge blocked. That's a point for Canada. Vincent anchoring that wall to shut him down. Three in the wall for Canada. There's nowhere to go for the attacking Americans. Schoenherr lets it fly again. Back row Champlin, that's blocked, but it goes out of bounds. Attack out of the pipe here for the Americans. Thing is, that thing comes with some pretty quick tempo. It's a step behind the middle decoy, and that's got the blockers on the way down when Champlin goes up in the back. Sargent gets a swing on it. Canada gets another chance. Greaves right back to him. Blocked again. How about a third time, Jacob Sargent? There you go. Fist pump. I think it's been a frustrating few points for Sargent. Hasn't had a lot of joy on that far side. Finally gets one to go, and he is pumped. USA, though, still up 9-8. Mason Greaves out of Calgary. Gianni, tip. Good coverage from Greaves. Gingerra blocked out of bounds. Point Canada. Another look at that. Gianni and Knigge couldn't steer it back inside the court. Another serve for Greaves. Knigge quick in the middle. Vincent got hands to it, but that thing had a lot of mustard. Flew off his hands and out the back. Point USA. Just couldn't get the angle to turn down. Gingerra blocked. Another chance for Canada. Greaves was just shuffling there as he tried to make that set and winds up mishandling it. 11-9 for the Americans. Ewart still serving. Sargent got another one through. Maybe number 13 starting to heat up a little bit for Canada. The block threw off Ewart as he tried to reach for it, keep it alive. Now Sargent is back at the service line. Part of Canada's bronze medal winning under 21 Pan American Cup team. It's out the back though. Matthew Knigge now for the United States. Back row swing from Sargent. Again, a lot of power to it. Knigge couldn't dig it up cleanly. The server is James Vincent. A little bit of trouble here for the United States. Champlin still got a good swing. Hesslinger right over top of the block. Tied at a dozen now, Canada and the United States, set 3. Canadian bench trying to get the crowd fired up. Not that they needed a signal to make some noise. They've been great here. Trouble for the States again. Who's going to take this? Champlin will. Greaves with options. Ginchera. Here come the Americans. Champlin up against 3. Battle at the net. Gassman! Great set there to set up the captain. You could feel the air get sucked out of the building there when that ball hit the floor. Rowan with another brilliant set. Gianni ripped one. Ginchera tipped it right at Briggs. Gassman, wow! What a kill in the middle, Patrick Gassman. That ball was destroyed. Check the floor for a dent. (14-12), the United States in front. Johnny, service error. The United States has now made 15 service errors here in the first 3 sets. Ginchera will give that error right back. Canada has committed 11 service errors. Ethan Champlin will serve here for the United States. Ginchera out of the back, got it to go. C-ball run for Team Canada, executed perfectly. Just able to find a hole in that wall. Isaac Hesslinger now, MVP of the Senior Pan American Cup. Canada won gold. Gassman blocked. Canada really has no answer for Gassman in the middle for the United States. He leads all scorers with 13 points. Now he's back at the service line, the American captain. Gingera has popped it over. Here come the States. Champlin from the back. Slowed up by the block, and it will fall. Another point for Team USA. Getting later in this third set, the Americans' lead grows to 3 points here. Here's Gassman once again. Gassman, ace serve! Perfectly placed. Timeout Canada. Dan Lewis sees his team trailing by 4, wants to talk things over. Volleyball Canada would like to thank some of their major sponsors, including Mizuno, Mikasa, and Volleyball Stuff. Thank you for your continued support of Canadian volleyball. The Americans on a bit of a run here. 18-14, they've extended their lead. Canadians have to find a way to deal with that American block, which has really caused them all sorts of trouble. 11-4 are the block points for the Americans. So coming out of that timeout, Gassman will continue his service run. Canada still has 1 timeout left in this third set. The Americans have yet to take one. Gassman into the net, so maybe Lewis's timeout froze him a little bit. Corey Schoener now for Team Canada. Ewart, that's off hands. What a diving play by Gingera. Still alive. Johnny down the sideline, and the Americans get the point. Reeve Gingera, though, he laid full out to keep that ball alive. The Americans, though, calm in their attack, able to finish the point. Grieve back row, Hesslinga puts it away. Isaac Hesslinga, the Canadian captain, with another pipe bomb. Still a 3-point American lead as Mason Greaves toes the line. Knigge blocked. Where will it fall? Out of bounds. Canada's block has been getting touches, getting hands on it, but they're not getting the stuffs that they're hoping for. Ewart, big serve. Hesslinga trying to dodge it, but it wound up clipping him on the way by. Dan Lewis is going to take his second time out of this third set as the Americans lead 21-16, late stages of the third. Big thank you to Volleyball Alberta for organizing volunteers for this event. You can check out volleyballalberta.ca. Take another look. Look at Gingera go full out there. I don't even know how he put the spin on the ball to keep it back in play. That was impressive, and impressive still, the Americans able to finish that point. Canada going to make a substitution out of this timeout as well. Isaiah Mamer coming in for Jacob Sargent. Gives him some information and some words of encouragement. Mamer will look to shore up the serve receive, but they won't have to worry about passing that one up as Ewart sends it into the net. It's not a lot to fault with this American squad, but I think they'd like to be a little bit cleaner from the service line. Gianni, good dig by Picklick. Hesslinga into the soft spot in the defense. Cuts the lead down to 3. Another good pickup by the Winnipeg, Manitoba native Darian Picklick. Had his birthday yesterday. They hoisted him up after the win and sang happy birthday, the crowd did. Champlin off fingertips. Hesslinga. Here come the Americans. Back row Ewart, another great dig by Picklick. Recycle here for Team Canada. Hesslinga, what a take by Briggs. Gianni still alive. That's trouble. Joust at the net, Gianni stronger than Hesslinga. There were a lot of referees in the crowd claiming that the Americans should have been called for a handling error. The 2 referees who count did not make that call. Carnegie to serve for Team USA. Greaves, Gingera off the block, off the antenna, out of bounds. Point, Canada. Running out of track though in this third set are the Canadians. They need a service run here. James Vincent will try to do just that. Gassman dug up in the back by Mamer. Overpass, knocked right down by Gianni. Said it was out of bounds, but it was touched off of Hesslinga on the way out, so point USA. (23-19). The Americans looking to take a 2-1 lead in this match. Here's Camden Gianni. Right into the net. I'll give credit to the gentleman just to my right for that point who threw the jinx up. There's a few people in the crowd, obviously very pro-Canadian here in Edmonton. There's a small pocket of American fans though. Gingera lets it fly. Nice from Briggs. Ewart in the pack, perfectly placed in that corner. Set point, United States. Rowan must feel all sorts of joy. He's got options everywhere on the floor, the American setter. Greaves, back row, Gingera, maybe a little bit too much lead that time, and the Americans have won set 3, 25-20, to take a 2-1 lead in this match. Canada heading into the 4th set, a must-win situation. The United States 1 set away from booking their ticket into Sunday's final. Should be a very entertaining 4th set. It's coming up in just a couple of minutes when we return to the Flair Airlines hangar in the 2023 NORCECA Men's Final 6 on CBC Sports. teams back on the floor ahead of set number 4 here at the Flair Airlines hangar at the Edmonton Expo Center. Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, hosts of the 2023 Men's NORCECA Final 6. Glad you could join us on your Friday evening on CBC Sports. My name is Grayson Knutson. Hope you're enjoying this one. It has been an absolute blast so far. The United States winning set 3, 25-20, to take a 2-1 lead in this match. Stats through 3 sets. USA, 35 attack points to 30 for Canada. Big differential in the block points. 13 for Team USA, 4 for Team Canada. 3 aces for the United States and just 1 for Canada. 18 service errors to 11. The Americans committing more of those. Rowan pops it up for Gianni. Nice dig by Picklick. Isaiah Mamer off hands. First point of the set will go to Team Canada. So Mamer getting the start in this 4 sets. Came in to close out that 3rd set. The server is Greaves. Rowan will go for Ewart. Nice cross-court kill there from Jordan Ewart. For the United States, Michael Marshman is on the floor. Middle blocker. That's the only change in their lineup. Gingera blocked. Another chance. Mamer right at Ewart, who's going to save it. Well done, Champlin. Recycle chance for the Americans. Champlin, big swing, bigger block. James Vincent. United States did a great job to keep this ball alive, but the block for Canada making an impact that time. Isaiah Mamer, University of Saskatchewan. Swing again, it's blocked again. James Vincent. Couple of big stuffs here for the Canadians. Their block hadn't made much impact yet, and now it's starting to pick up the pace a little bit. Mamer serve. And it's in, it's an ace! And you can see head coach Andy Reid for the United States saying, yeah, it was in. So an ace for Mamer. That's the 2nd of the match for Team Canada. They'll try to do it again here. That one is long. That one definitely went out the back. 4-2, Canada. Off to a good start here in this 4th set. Again, a set they need to win. This is Michael Marshman. Marshman, the 29-year-old, plays professionally in France. Hesslinga off hands. Champlin punches at it. Now he gets a swing. Here come Canada. Quick for Vincent. Little back set from Greaves, but Vincent missed it. Hoping to translate his defense into some offense as well. Just didn't quite make the clean contact he was hoping for. Gingera blocked, but it goes out of bounds. Point Canada. Gingera certainly not the tallest player out there, but my goodness, he's got springs for legs. Gets up quick, gets up high. Here's Vincent to serve. Rowan backs it all the way out for Gianni. Nice run from the United States to pick up a point. Server is Camden Gianni. Gingera, big time stuff. Gassman, another rejection for Team USA. He has been a thorn in the side of the Canadian attackers. He leads the way in this match with 15 points, and a handful of them have been on the block. Gianni again. We're tied at 5 in set number 4. One-handed set. Hesslinga right at Briggs. Schoener takes it down. Hesslinga again. Chicken wing from Gianni. A couple Americans collided. Champlin, that's going to be out of bounds. Well, that looked like all sorts of trouble for Team USA when two of their players collided. Great coverage, though, by the rest of them. Here it is. It's Briggs running over and popping it up for Champlin. Man, that's nice from the Americans. Gianni just got it over. Canada can't save it. USA stringing some points together on the back of Camden Gianni's serve. Gingera got it through. Ewert kept it up. Free ball chance for Team Canada. Hesslinga, it's blocked. Where is it? A couple Americans run into each other. Gingera up, stuffed. Champlin. Solo block for Ethan Champlin. Some Canadians shouting that when Rowan and Gassman ran into each other, there maybe could have been 2 contacts called there, but play stands, and the United States up 8-5. Dan Lewis, Team Canada, taking another timeout. Big thank you to Volleyball Alberta for organizing volunteers for this event. You can check out volleyballalberta.ca for more information. If you haven't had enough volleyball today, at 11 o'clock Mountain, that's 1 a.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Pacific time, Canadian women's national team at their Olympic qualifying tournament will take on Mexico. Canada at 3-2, trailing behind a trio of teams at 4-1. But they still have a shot at claiming one of the top 2 spots in that group and booking their ticket to Paris 2024. Again, that's coming up in about 2.5 hours, and you can find that on cbcsports.ca as well. Big win yesterday for Canada's women as they defeated Ukraine in straight sets. There's a back row look for Gianni, right on the back line. Really nicely done by Team USA. The lead is stretching here. Camden Gianni has really done well serving. This rotation Canada has struggled with. Only 2 attacking options really up front. Gingera found the sideline. Another look at that kill. Reeve Gingera, or as some people call him, Randy's kid, former Canadian international. It's out the back from the number 12. Ethan Champlin, he's had a nice game for Team USA. Setter jump from Greaves is picked up by Gianni. Ewert caught hands. Back row for Gingera, blocked, and it's in. Ewert and Gassman forming the wall. Serve there from Champlin. quick there for Schoener. Nice dig by Gianni. Ewert blocked. Comes on to the Canadian side. Hesslinga steps in. Gianni rejected. Schoener. On the play too, Gassman lost his shoe. Not sure when that happened, but you can see it there just sitting underneath the net. So he's taking a moment to go to the bench and just tie the boot back on, get ready to go back to work. What a game the American captain is having. Isaac Hesslinga at the service line. Ewert right down the line. Jordan Ewert showing why he's one of the top scorers at this year's NORCECA Final Six. I'm not even sure where the room was, but he found it there. Gassman, that big serve. Took something off to make sure it got in. Schoener! That's a nice middle run for Team Canada. Get Corey Schoener into the match as well. Schoener ready to serve now. Rowan, quick, Marshman, touched, point USA. It did land out, but it was off the block. 13-8, Team USA leading in this fourth set. Still time for Canada, but you don't want the Americans to get too far ahead too early on. Missed serve will help if you're a Canadian fan. Mason Greaves, been one of 3 UBC Thunderbirds on this team. Rowan, quick, Marshman! That one came in with some pepper. Ewert now to serve. Gingera had to reach for that one. Champlin off hands. Gingera not able to get on top of it. Sends it out the side. Point USA, the lead now 6 at 15-9. Dan Lewis not making any subs here. Wants the fellas on the floor to figure it out. Mamer, that's out. They said it was touched though, so the point is for Canada. Speaking of subs, as I just said, they haven't made any. The Golden Bears are gonna swap. Hesslinga comes out, Sargent comes on. Oh, the down official, Gianni Nava from Mexico, is just asked to who is the designated floor captain now that Hesslinga is on the sidelines. Mamer serve. Ewert comes soaring out of the back for a point for the United States. Right in between the two blockers there, couldn't close in time. Michael Marshman, again the 29-year-old, making his first appearance internationally for the United States at this event. And he's gonna get another serve here as the US get one more point. (17-10) The USA in front. Quick for Vincent. He and Greaves not quite on the same page that time around. Vincent quickly getting away from Canada, and Dan Lewis wants to take a timeout to talk about things. Again, the winner of this match will book their ticket into Sunday's final. If it is the United States, that sets up a big match tomorrow night between Canada and Mexico. Mexico on 2 losses, Cuba on 2 losses. Canada would drop to 1, so Mexico could bring them back into that group. And then we'd have to go to the point tiebreaker. And it's time to get out the calculators, all the fingers and toes to count up the points. Players back on the floor here. Marshman still serving for Team USA. The lead just growing and growing for the States. They've got Cuba tomorrow, as Mamer scores from the pipe, off the hands and out the back. Here's James Vincent now. That's a flat serve that just decided to not drop inside the court. Had no interest in doing so. Service error for Team Canada is their 13th of the match. The United States has committed 19. Here's Camden Gianni. Sargent. It's up, still available. Gianni, good awareness. Champlin, Picklick digs that up. Gingera blocked. Gassman with a big let's go after that one. He continues to lead the way for Team USA. 17 points now if he's credited with that block. Here's Gianni. Back row swing from Mamer, blocked. It's still up. Picklick plays it over. Here come the States. Ewart! That one caught tape. And a net touch called on the USA. Again, Gassman very sportingly puts up his hand and says, yeah, that was me. Reeve Gingera. Champlin, wow! Everyone bit hard on the quick set. They thought it was going to Gassman, and that opened the seas for Champlin. No resistance that time as he crushed it. Sargent plays it over. Ewart roll, blocked, and it's in! Everybody was waiting as that one hit the floor to see exactly where it would land, and it caught the line. Canada able to build a 3-man wall that time, and Ewart, I think, was just hoping to wipe it off. Sargent into the net. Tough night from the line for him. His opposite number, Gassman, has had a great night, and he's back at the service line. USA up 22-13. Into the net that time, so error for error. I think that's maybe the only part of this match, aside from maybe the first set, that Andy Reid will want his guys to clean up going forward. Here's Schoener. Back row, Gianni. It's wide. Point Canada. Schoener again. Plenty of work still to do here for Team Canada. It's into the net. USA 2 points away from a big win here to wrap up day 4 of the NORCECA Final 6. Rowan. Mamer tip, block, and nobody can save it on Team Canada. That brings up match point, Team USA. Andrew Rowan will look to close this thing out and send Team USA to Sunday's gold medal match. And they'll have to wait a little bit longer to celebrate as that one goes sailing out the back. Well, Mason Greaves has been storing up an 8-point service run. Now would be the time to use it. Rowan. Ewart had to readjust. Gingerra found the back line. Canada staying alive for one more point here. Close at the back. Might have been out. Serve there from Greaves. Marshman gets it down, and Team USA will play for gold on Sunday. They improve to 4-0 with a 4-sets victory over Team Canada, winning that 4-set 25-17. A very entertaining match on a Friday night here at the Flair Airlines hangar between Canada and Team USA. United States tomorrow, they will play Cuba at 4:30 Mountain Time. Canada takes on Mexico, 7 o'clock local time tomorrow night. So we look at the standings, USA on top at 4-0, Canada 3-1 in second place, Mexico and Cuba both at 2-2, third and fourth place. Puerto Rico is 1-3, they find themselves in fifth, still a chance to get into that third place game. And the Dominican Republic bringing up the rear right now, 0-4 on the event. Trying to load up the stats real quick here, if we can run through them once before we sign off for the evening. The United States outscoring Canada on the attack, 45-37. Look at the block points, 19-6 for the USA. They were massive with the defense. 4 aces to 2 in favor of the United States. America committing 21 service errors, 16 for Team Canada. Patrick Gassman leading all scores with 17 points. Isaac Hesslinga, the top scorer for Canada, with 10 points. We'll be back tomorrow. Our first game is Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic at 2 o'clock, and we hope that you can join us for that one. On behalf of our entire crew here at the Flair Airlines hangar at the Edmonton Expo Center, this has been a presentation of Sports Canada TV. My name is Grayson Knudsen. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you right back here tomorrow at the Men's NORCECA Final 6 2023. Good night, everyone.